Hey, this is Chris.
And Chris.
And we're back again, and we got some more videos from the range.
Yeah, we did.
We went to the range today and fired a lot of different guns. A lot of the shorts we already posted. Lots of people responding. Lots of people, some new subscribers we noticed, which is really awesome.
Absolutely.
And we're going to go over a lot of guns that we shot today, new ones that we haven't put up yet. Well, I mean, on this video we haven't put up yet, but
yeah.
Some of the ones we did was the Springfield 67H 12 gauge shotgun, the Mossberg Maverick 88 security 8-shot model. Let's see, what else do we do today?
Glock.
Yeah, we did the Glock Gen 5 Glock 17. We did a Smith & Wesson again.
Yeah.
And what was another one? We did a Mini 14 again.
Yeah.
And the Mini 14 is a little bit about it. It is with the ATM Samson stock, folding stock. It's one of the original Mini 14s. It's the 181 series. If you know much about Mini 14s, that's like the first, well, one of the first Mini 14s. The ammo we used was 223 Remington. And we had a lot of fun with these guns. Just watch them. Tell us what you think. Tell us if you have used any of these. Which ones were your favorites? Pros and cons to both of them. Any tips that you see that, could be helpful. Always open to any tips that any pro shooters out there may have.
We appreciate the feedback that you've commented on some of our shorts.
Yeah.
Giving us tips and
absolutely
things like that. So we do appreciate it.
We're just trying to have a good channel. We're trying to have, have honesty and good dialogue and to just have fun. Doing what we love to do. Love shooting. Love the Second Amendment. Patriotic.
Yeah. And just putting this out there, if there's any guns that you want to see on our channel, just request it and we'll try our best to make it happen.
Yeah.
Be it one of ours that we have, or at the range we go to, we can rent guns too. So
yeah. And they've got a bunch too. They've got like AK-47s, Ruger 1022, Desert Eagle, yeah. So they've got tons of different guns to choose from.
Yeah.
So anything you want to see shooting, any questions you might have about them, let us know. And we can do our best to see if we can shoot them and just see how they look.
Yeah.
Anything to add?
Yeah. If you like this video, please share it. We're trying to get out there in the community and grow our channel. So
I noticed we're getting a lot of views on our shorts. Like we're getting like thousands of views at a time on the shorts, but we need. But yeah.
Yeah. So we hope you guys enjoy it.
Yeah. Watch these videos. Tell us what you think.
If you do, hit the like button and smash that subscribe button.
Yeah, we need subscribers. I think we're up to like almost 2,050. So that's pretty awesome.
That's really awesome.
Like we've picked up, I think, 20 subscribers in the last 24 hours.
Yeah.
So that's really good. But we're looking for more. So if you can, please help us out. Share us. Facebook, anything.
Yeah.
We totally appreciate it. But we hope to see you guys watch our videos and tell us what you think. But
Absolutely.
check them out, and we'll get back with you at the end of them and go over some of the guns that we shot and any issues we may have come up with, or what we think about shooting them.
Yeah.
But thanks, and enjoy the videos.
Not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
Just missed that one. Jeez Louise. Not bad. Alrighty. Hopefully you enjoyed all those wonderful, nice guns that we shot.
We shot 7 guns today.
7.
I think that's the most we've shot in a day.
In about 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see here. Gun number 1.
Smith & Wesson 38 Special.
Yeah, a stump nose 38 Special Smith & Wesson.
Mm-hmm.
It was really, really nice. I carry it often as an ankle holster weapon. Mostly for dress functions where, you know, I don't want to wear something up high or, you know, that can be seen.
Mm-hmm. It seems like a very comfortable gun to carry.
Yeah, and it's really good at close range. I mean, you can't hardly miss with 38. But
yeah,
what'd you think of it?
Typically, I do like how it shoots. I like how it handles. But today, as I've mentioned at the range, I don't know if I was holding it wrong or whatever, but it made my hand cramp up a little bit. But usually, it's not a problem. Like I said, I probably was just holding it wrong today. But overall, I give it a 7 out of 10.
I'd say 6 out of 10 for a 38. I mean, I I like it, but not as much as I like my Glock.
Right. Yeah, I'm talking like comfortability and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
What's
Okay.
next?
Speaking of Glock, that's our next one, Glock 17.
Yeah, that was the Glock 17 Gen 5. So the newest Glock.
Yeah, and it's a 9mm, and I don't know about you, but I'm really comfortable with 9mm, be it Berettas or Glocks, because they're almost the same thing. But
I really enjoy Glocks.
Yeah.
I mean, I've built like 3 of them.
hmm
So I've built like two 19s and a 17.
yeah,
And they're really nice. Like I often that's my carry gun is a Glock. Glock 19. So, and I mean, you know, with 15 rounds, you know, you can't beat that
yeah.
for a carry gun.
Now, just for a future video idea, we should rent a Dremel and show the ones who might not know how you do it. Build one.
Yeah, we can look into it. I don't think.
No promises, but maybe.
Hopefully, YouTube's not, you know, shying away from that stuff, showing people how to do stuff.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
Oh, but it seems that, you know, Biden and stuff said that it takes less than 2 to 3 hours to put these things together. Maybe if you put together 5 or 6 of them a day, you know, and you're that used to it, you might be able to.
Yeah.
But if you're new to it and you got a learning curve, it takes a little bit longer than, you know, a few hours to make a Glock fully functional if you don't know what you're doing.
And for those of you who's watching, don't feel bad if you don't know, because I don't know either. That's all. Yeah.
I've built probably about 7 or 8 AR-15s. I've got 5 that I own, that all of which I've put together myself, like everything. So I built them to my specs to how I want them. But what's the next one on the list?
The Kimber LE 1911.
Kimber LE 1911 45 ACP. The 45 ACP is a hard hitting round. It's like double the powder load of a 9mm.
Yeah.
9mm are mostly, I think, 115 grain. A 45 ACP is about 230 grain. And just so you know the difference, see if we got one here to show you. Okay, that's, shoot. Well, I got another one. This here, that's a 9mm. Okay, that's an empty casing. That's a 45 ACP.
Do you see the difference?
Yeah, huge difference. Like you can tell. Like it's almost double the size. So it's going to have one hell of a more recoil.
Yeah, it packs a punch for sure.
Yeah.
Now, that particular caliber, I need a little more practice with. Out of how many shots? 7? I only hit 1.
Yeah.
Embarrassing, but that's how you get good, is keep going to the range like we do.
I mean, I don't remember what I got. I think like 6 out of 7 or something like that.
I think you had all 7 on that.
But
yeah, you did a hell of a lot better.
But I've been shooting 45 ACPs for longer, and like he said, you know, it takes practice. Like I told him, you know, it takes time. You have to get used to that recoil too, because like I said, it's twice that of a 9mm. It's like shooting 2 9mm at once.
No joke.
But once you get used to it, you know, it's kind of fun to shoot. You know, it's got good knockdown power. It makes you think why it was used during World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and even into 1991 when Desert Storm began.
Yeah.
They were still using 1911s. So you have to think why it's been around since, let's see, what was it, like 1918? 16, 17, 18. Like 70-something years until they, they started replacing it with the 92F Beretta, which that's a gun we shot too earlier this week.
One thing I want to piggyback on the 45 is, even though I didn't do too good with it, it was still fun to shoot. So,
what's the next one?
The Mosin Nagant.
Oh yeah, the Mosin Nagant 9130 PU model. PU, for those who don't know much about Mosins, it's the sniper model. It doesn't have a scope on it. I wish I could find a scope from that era, since it's already got the taps on it and stuff, to where I can put the scope on it. But finding an era scope, those things are ungodly expensive. But it's very nice, very accurate. The kick on it, I'd say about like a 30-06 or an 8mm Mauser. It's not bad. It shoots the 7.62 by 54R. It's a Russian round. And it's pretty thick. I can show you. This is an empty shell casing from one. I mean, it's pretty gnarly looking. And I think these were steel penetrator rounds too.
Now, with that particular one, I was having difficulties with the bolt. Again, the more we go and I use that, practice makes perfect. So
it's definitely got a learning curve to that. Like, hats off to those Russian snipers that
no kidding,
could shoot those things.
No kidding.
And I mean, what's really crazy is they had little women shoot those things back in the day. Those Mosins.
Oh wow.
They had Soviet snipers were women. They had women snipers. Like, if you watch that Enemy at the Gates, like, there's a lot of truth to that. Like, that's the exact same rifle they shot, was the Mosin. And you've seen how good that son of a gun was. Mm-hmm. And those Russian snipers.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, there's one guy, I think his name was Hayo Soma or something like that. But he shot like 500 people. He's got like the biggest record of any sniper in history. With a Mosin, without a scope. He shot these people with iron sights. With no scope.
Wow.
He shot like 500 people, but he has got one messed up face, man. You gotta look that dude up. I think his name was Haya or something like that. Soma Haya. But he was like Finnish or something like that. He used like a Finnish model. But that son of a gun killed like 500 and something people with a Mosin. With iron sights. Like, that's incredible. So it's a great gun to shoot. Very accurate for it being old. Not to mention those things are going for like $500 right now. Since the whole problem with Russia.
Yeah.
Next.
Number 5, Maverick 88 12 gauge.
Okay. Maverick 88 12 gauge. It's definitely not as smooth to shoot as the 870 tactical Winchester. The Winchester 8... Oh, God, I'm sorry. Remington 870, sorry. It's not like the Remington 870. I was thinking of the Winchester 1200 or 1100. Another good gun, which we'll do that later. But the Maverick 88 Security, it's got pros and cons. Cons, it's not as easy to pump. Like, it's not as smooth as the 870 is. 870 is very smooth. You can do that sucker, you can pump and shoot. But as I said, about the pump action on the Maverick 88, it's not the best. The only big pro to the Maverick 88, well, there's two pros. One is price. You can probably get it for under $300, and it's an 8-shot. It is an 8-shot 12 gauge. That's a good pro.
Yeah.
So if you need something and you can't afford anything but that, go for it. It's reliable, but it's not as quick as the 870 is. I mean, if that's fine with you and you can deal with that, great. But I like the magazine capacity. It's got an 8-shot capacity. Mm-hmm. Well, technically 9. You can put 8 in the tube, 1 in the chamber.
Yeah.
So there's also that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fun to shoot. It's very fun to shoot.
It is.
The recoil is not that bad. One thing I would like to say too, you can also buy slugs that are low recoil. They're made for law enforcement or military use, but they're low recoil.
Our last video.
Yeah, the last video we used low recoil slugs, and those things make a tremendous difference. Mm-hmm. If you use rifled slugs or sabot slugs, man, those son of a guns kick like a mule.
Yeah.
I mean, I could shoot birdshot and buckshot all day long, and it doesn't kick that bad. But for some reason, those slugs have a lot of kick behind them. And trying to rapid fire those, you're going to feel it in here. I'm just telling you. I'm just warning you. You're going to feel it. Hugely. But other than that, it's a good gun. Mm-hmm. It's fun to shoot.
I have no complaints with it.
What's next?
Next is number 6, the Springfield.
Springfield 67H.
Yeah.
12 gauge. Older shotgun. Old-fashioned 18-inch or 18.5-inch barrel, whichever it is. But it's a fun gun to shoot. It's a little small pump-action shotgun. Mm-hmm. Fun fact about it, an infamous fact, was, I guess, the Columbine shooters used the 67H. Their version was a little bit different from that. Mm-hmm. Theirs was sawed down. They had the butt sawed off of it to a pistol grip, and they had it sawed down, like, even. So it was like a little shotgun like this. They sawed it down too. Yeah. So they could conceal it, I'm guessing, and stuff that you can't do to a gun right now until hopefully they do away with the ATF and the Gun Control Act and the NFA and all those things that we're hoping for. So let's hope that happens.
Yeah.
If you're listening, President Trump, ATF is bad. Say bye-bye to him.
Yeah.
So that happens, we may have a chance of being able to do all that fun stuff. Mm-hmm. And doing what you want to your gun, have SBSs, SBRs, AOWs, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
You could have all those now, technically, but it costs money. You have to pay a $200 tax stamp or a $5 tax stamp. Transfers, and I mean, there's a lot of red tape.
Yeah.
If you want to do any of that stuff. But it's a fun gun to shoot. It's not too terribly bad with recoil.
Yeah. One thing I've noticed since we've been going to the range, I'm really comfortable with the 9mm, as I've said earlier in the video, and also 12 gauge shotguns. I think I do really well with those.
Yeah, I think pretty decent. And if you want to see something kind of cool, look for the one that says Riverside. I think is it Riverside? Or It's a 12 gauge double barrel. Look for the double barrel short. You'll love that one.
Oh, man.
It's an old 1912 double barreled shotgun.
I admit that's a funny piece. I wasn't anticipating on the kick, and in one of the shots, I almost lost it, and he hasn't let me live that down yet.
I warned him though. In all fairness, I warned him. I said, "Are you sure?"
Yeah.
Because I knew what that thing was, and I knew what it can do.
He didn't warn me. He's lying to y'all.
I warned him.
Yeah, he did.
But those old shotguns, man, they are no joke. I'm telling you now.
Not at all. Nothing like the new ones.
It's like at least new ones, they put some, nice butt pads on them to kind of absorb some of it. But those old ones, man, they're made for some rugged people.
Thank God it was only 2 shots.
Last time I fired that thing, though, in all fairness, I fired like buckshot out of it, and it wasn't that bad. But he fired slugs, which is the only thing the shooting range allows you to use is slugs.
That's true.
Which stinks sometimes because I love shooting buckshot. I love shooting birdshot even.
Mm-hmm. And we found that out, I think it was our second time shooting, and the lane marshal came by. And he's like, "Do you guys have slugs?" It's like, "Yeah." Well, yeah. It's like, because you're not allowed to shoot buckshot or birdshot.
And that sucks.
That does. But what can you do? It's our rules.
We're going to try to find a spot where we can shoot outside and we can try some different ammo for you guys to check out.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to get my hands on some gelatin torsos so we can do some forensic type stuff, seeing what bullets can do to the inside of a body.
Yeah.
And being in the medical field as an emergency medical technician, that's something I can go over to, is the damage these things can potentially do. What's the last one on the list?
The last one is a Mini 14.
That's my favorite. I love that gun. I keep that sucker near my bed. I'd go up against anybody or anything with that Mini 14.
That was a fun one to shoot. I like that one.
I love it. I mean, it's got... I did a lot of work to it. I put like the Samson ATM stock on it. It used to have just a wooden stock and stuff like that, but I fixed it with that pistol grip and the folding stock.
Mm-hmm.
And when I first got it, it only had like a 5-round magazine with it and like I think a 10-rounder that the guy sold with me. But I bought like a crap ton of 30-round mags for it. So I love it now.
Mm-hmm.
I love that gun. It shoots 223, 5.56. We shot 223 because it's cheaper and we're just shooting at paper.
Yeah.
You may want to save your good ammo for, something worthwhile. Crap ever hit the fan.
Yeah, save it for a rainy day kind of thing.
Yeah. Practice with the cheap ammo.
Yeah.
Because ammo's not that cheap, depending on what ammo you get. But the Mini 14, I love it, man. It's got no recoil whatsoever. Mm-hmm. It's like shooting an oversized 22 long rifle, pretty much. That's pretty much the ideal of it was. It's close to a 22.
Yeah, it's like, look at it as the 22's older brother.
Yeah. And it's like...
It's fun to shoot. It's real accurate.
If you do some looking up on the Mini 14, it's got a rich history. I think one military used to use it. They may still use it. I think it was like the Bermuda Regiment or something like that used it as their battle rifle. Also, many prisons tend to use the Mini 14 as their tower guns. Also, New York, their special tactics teams use Mini 14s. which is kind of ironic considering the fact that New York has some of the piss poorest gun laws in the country.
Yeah.
But their cops are allowed to have them.
Mm-hmm.
But anywho, I love the Me-14. What do you think of it?
I enjoyed it. Like you said, hardly any recoil. Very smooth to shoot, and the sighting on it is perfect.
It's like the grandfather to the AR-15, if you might call it that.
Yeah.
And its great-grandfather would be the M1 Garand.
Yeah, that's true.
From World War II. Which, we'll go over that too. We have a M1 Garand.
Mm-hmm.
Also, a German 8mm Mauser will shoot that too.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of guns to shoot and show you guys. So,
and like we said, if you want to see a specific kind of gun, what we don't have, the range, like I said, we can rent firearms from them too. So if you say something that we don't have, we can always rent it. So.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know what you think about those guns.
Mm-hmm.
If you've shot them, if they're your favorites, if they're not your favorites, then why?
Yeah.
And please, subscribe.
Mm-hmm. And share too.
Yeah. Help us get out there.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's about it. Anything you want to add?
No, just thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll try to keep it up. We're starting to edit videos now, so we're starting to put some work in. So I guess our videos hopefully will look a little more
professional, if you can call it that.
That's what I was going for.
So, let us know. Keep shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Keep up and have fun. And we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Yes, we will.
So long.